onto the media. But let me say this, and I say this publicly. I said this yesterday in APTN when I was interviewed at CBC. We've never seen a prime minister ever in our history go as far as this prime minister has. He's really stretched out his image of where and what things can be and what things can change, and he's actually impacting the lives as we speak now. There's a lot of negative connotations being made that reconciliation is not working, it's a failure, it's not happening. And we can show you today, without hesitation, it is happening. It's happening right in our backyards, in our communities. We're making changes. We're beginning our construction of housing this spring. We're going to actually be announcing a museum next week. Minister Bennett will be coming, I believe it's next week in Winnipeg. We'll be building our National Métis Museum. And we're talking about now moving forward. Our training is working unbelievably in the right direction. We're creating tens and tens of thousands of jobs in our Métis Nation. And you look at overall, even this new program. This is a brand new program. Chandra may not know, but in our culture, Chandra, as the Métis Nation, every government before Trudeau never allowed the Métis Nation to have their own Head Start programs, their own daycare centers. It was because of jurisdictional issues that pended back and forth. The province, we give the province money, you go there, and the province say, no, you're Indigenous, you go back. You're Aboriginal, you go back. You're Native, you go back. Different names that were used throughout history. You go back to Canada, and Canada keep on sending us back and forth, back and forth. So it's been a very difficult time for us to show the importance for children and how many has it been impacting in our child welfare system and what's taking place. So when we look at it overall, we can see this program preventing the apprehension of children. We can see this program actually making sure that our children get ready for school, get ready to have the best skills that they can get given to them so they become the leaders of tomorrow that we always talk about. You know, these young children are going to have a chance, a very, very bright chance. Next week, and Chandra, we can take this back to the government, the MMF has been doing a study nearly for 1 year now on the effects of the Métis Nation not having Aboriginal Head Start and daycare programs directly in their nation. That study already, some of the evidence coming, shows we're 35% behind everybody else, the population. That is a sad figure for all of us in this country. It's a sad figure for the Métis Nation. It's also definitely, I think, a very insulting message for us as Canadians. You know, we talk about closing the gap. We talk about who's going to fill these jobs in the future, who's going to be the leaders of tomorrow. And if we don't give them that little head start to make sure that they have and can get ready to make sure they go into colleges and universities, they progress ahead, not seeing themselves as failures, that they give up, they're behind everybody else, and they feel that they're not smart enough as everybody else. That's the self-esteem that can be stripped right from their soul, and that can't happen. And this program is going to change that. It's just the beginning. It's not going to solve all of it because it's small. It's big for us. Others would say it's not enough. We're saying it's a damn good start, and we know there'll be more to come. So you take the message back to your Prime Minister. We believe in his direction. We believe in the pathway that he's chosen. We believe that reconciliation is working for us, and he's proven over and over again. Yesterday, APTN asked me the question, and I want to express this here to many of my fellow leaders, the presidents that are sitting here, who fight this fight daily at home when they get back to see how they can improve the conditions of our Métis families and Métis communities. APTN asked me the question, said, well, he said, now that you've lost Judy Wilson-Raybould, now that you've lost Jane Philippot, two champions of reconciliation, how do you feel now about this government and the Prime Minister? You've lost your champions. I beg to differ. The champion is the Prime Minister. He's the one who actually put that process in place. He's the one who told Raybould. He's the one who told Bennett and told Philippot, this is my #1 priority. Everybody got a letter, including Chandra, who was the member of Parliament. They too got the message from the Prime Minister. Reconciliation did not end with Raybould leaving, did not end with Philippot leaving, because the reconciliation is the leader. He's the one that's making this direction. So please don't let nobody fool you. The Prime Minister is reconciliation. It's not the ministers. Ministers are following his direction because it's the #1 priority for him. And he stretches his neck further than any Prime Minister in history, and we owe him a great gratitude. And I know one day the true story will be told, not what the spin-offs in the media that's saying there today that he's failing Indigenous people, because I guarantee you he's not failing the Métis Nation. We will stand with him. We will fight with him, and we will support him. So again, Chandra, you take that message back to your Prime Minister. He's got a friend in the Métis Nation. So thank you very much for coming and representing Duclos, who cannot be here and is at home in his riding doing some work. But I thank you for coming from Ontario here, and I believe in the Ottawa District, to come and represent the Liberal government of Manitoba. So Chandra, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much.